Do you want to see his chart? Can she do that? You'd really show it to us? After gazing briefly at the incredulous Koji, Dr. Tambo sighs. It appears that someone wanted to see it, and without the hospital's permission, too. 2 nights ago, someone broke into the hospital and stole Sakasaka-kun's charts from the archives. Seriously? She stares hard at the astonished students, then shakes her head with a tired smirk. Well, it doesn't look like you two are involved. I'm relieved. Soda. Of course we aren't. However, the culprit must have had an interest in Sakasaka-kun's condition, or they wanted to erase his records. Either way, I can only assume that it was someone close to him. I see. An ominous thought flashes through Koji's mind. It couldn't have been Fuminori himself, could it? Koji looks at Dr. Tanbo and finds her staring right back at him, her expression grave. He realizes that she must be harboring the same suspicion. What do you think? Do you have any ideas who among his associates might have done it? Perhaps Tambo didn't have anyone in mind when she asked, but Koji's thoughts immediately fly to the eerie house that Fuminori led him to. I don't know if they're acquainted or not, but there's someone called Ogi. Why do I pronounce that differently every time I see it? Probably a doctor or a... Koji stops speaking as he sees the dramatic change that has come across Tambo's face. Do you know him? Do you know when and where Sakasaka-kun first encountered that man? No. That's what I'd like to know, Doctor. Just who is it? Just who is this Ogi? After remaining in pained silence for some time, Tambo lets loose a heavy sigh. Alright. It's not like you couldn't find out on your own easily enough. Ugi Mashiko is a professor at this university. He dismissed over 6 months ago. However, following several scandals. Scandals? What did he do? I can't say more to outsiders. And anyway, it has nothing to do with Sakasaka-kun. Koji has no argument which to answer Tambo's flat rejection. However, he can't shake the feeling that this Ogi person is the key to unraveling the mystery surrounding Fuminori. Doctor, he says, making up his mind. Sakasaka Fuminori might be involved in a crime. At this sudden declaration, both Tambo and Yo raise their eyebrows. What do you mean? Someone went missing after going to see him. Fuminori denies any involvement, of course. You mean Omi-chan? Koji is unable to bear the shock in Yo's voice. Sorry, Tsukuba. Couldn't tell you. Tambo is frowning, her expression even more serious than before. Right now, this Ogi seems the center of Fuminori's attention. If we know who he is and what Fuminori is looking for, we might start to see the whole picture. Please tell us, Doctor, just what happened at this hospital. Ellipses. Dr. Tambo hesitates for some time, refusing to make eye contact, but she finally shakes her head. I'm sorry, this... not something I can decide on my own. Doctor, give me some time. I'll do my own investigating now that I know this cannot be ignored. Please. Koji is all out of options. All that's left is to trust the young doctor. It's frustrating, but there's a limit to what can be done for a friend. Let's exchange cell phone numbers. I'll call you if I learn anything, and you call me the moment anything changes. Yes, alright. What the? What happened to me? Yousuke's consciousness returns slowly, as though rising from a bog. He's cold. No, he's hot. He's everything you're not. He's wrong when you're right. You say black, I say white. Now I'm combining it with a Queen song. Something itches, like tepid tongues and cold slugs crawling over his skin. What the hell's going on? He wonders as he timidly opens his eyes. Ah! It's all over the walls and ceiling. The thing that attacked him in the living room, that entered his skull, it's everywhere. Terror shatters Yousuke's sanity. Whoa! He throws off the thing laying on top of him, but his wild flailing sends him crashing to the floor. Was it really the floor? The long wriggling fibers of what should be the carpet are winding themselves around his fingers. The floor is made of worms. Hi! He tears his limbs free of the worm and tries to stand, but loses his balance and goes crashing to the floor again. The worms immediately swam over his entire body. Where the hell am I? Where did that thing take me? Yousuke crawls across the worm-ridden floor towards the only exit from the pulsating room. When he gets outside, however, he finds that the hallways and other rooms are all made of blood, bile, and rotting meat. There's no place to run. What is this? Most terrifying of all, this hellish place has some layout of Yousuke's house. My tooth hurts so bad I can't even read. In a half-mad daze, he wanders through the warped, nightmarish version of his home. Oh! So he's not at Fuminori's, he's at his house. And this crazy shit's here. In a small room where his studio should be, he finds an easel made of bone displaying a blood-soaked canvas. Like some cruel joke, everything is exactly where it would be in Yousuke's studio. Damn it. Let me out. Let me out of here. That actually made me jump. Fuck you, Turtle Beach. Howling, Yousuke swings his arms wildly, pummeling everything within reach. The easel of bone shatters, driving splinters into his fist. He feels the sharp pain, but does not awaken from the nightmare. If this isn't a dream, then what is it? When his strength gives out, Yousuke falls to his knees, sobbing. For the first time in his life, he prays to the gods. The sound of the door opening and closing grates his ears. Downstairs. The front door? Someone else is here? I'm home! Oh no. Yousuke trembles at the blood-curdling sound. As that thing, the monster, had returned. You know what? Someone told me that I should have the audio on here for when she talks, because it sounds differently. Be right back, changing settings. Oh, I didn't even pause it. Awesome. She is standing in front of the house next door, wearing a spotless one-piece over her pure white skin. In the midst of this filth-riddled world, she seems to be glowing with beauty. What the fuck am I reading? How do I look to you, mister? You're very cute. Yousuke feels a sudden black lust rising within him. Really? Then the experiment might be a success. Yousuke walks up to the strangely jubilant girl and brushes his hand against her long, smooth hair. Such a lovely girl. You must be the only one in the whole world.
Oji-san?
Mister? She looks curiously up at the man towering over her, perhaps sensing something disturbing in his hungry stare. How about we play a game, little girl? Okay, but what are we going to do? Yousuke says simply. Everything that will please me, of course. Grinning broadly, he grabs the girl's collar and... What?! Grinning broadly, he grabs the girl's collar and tears the front of her one piece wide open. Hi! Shock and fear twist the girl's lovely, delicate features, stimulating Yousuke's sadism. Even after killing those two monsters, the embers of violence are still smoldering in his heart, and now they have a new fuel to burn. Oh God, I know what's coming. I like your expression, girl. Won't you show me an even prettier one?
Yeah.
No! No! Tears in her eyes, the terrified girl flees into the Sasaki house. Yousuke runs after her, feeling the joy of the hunt. No! Stay away! Even in desperation, she has no hope of outrunning an adult. Yousuke charges down the hallway and easily... Yeah, I wasn't about to read any rape or show any of it with censors because, you know... Just know. If you didn't pick up on it, the neighbor just raped Saya, who turned his world into some fucked up shit like Fuminori sees, so I don't even pretend to understand what's going on anymore. As always, the sights of the city grate on my nerves. Today, however, I don't feel as much hatred as I usually do. I'm growing more and more accustomed to my condition, but my good mood today is mostly thanks to my search of the Ogi house and having finally borne fruit.